and welcome to action for match number 7 of the 2016 Big Dog Dart Tournament. The Big Dog is an American-style darting event. The game is baseball, there are no partners, there are no handicaps. This match features Jason Kroh taking on Kenny Johnson. To begin the game, players shoot one dart at the cork to determine the shooting order. Kenny hits the cork, and Jason is just high with his offering, so Kenny chooses and he elects to shoot hammer for the first game of the match. Jason is no stranger to this tournament. He won the Big Dog in 2012 by fighting his way through the losers bracket, where he bested Billy Wilson 57-56 for the right to meet Mark Rolfling in the finals. Kenny Johnson was part of the team from the Silver Bullet that won the state dart title in 2010. Last year, he averaged 50 points a game at the state tournament, so we have two real competitors for this match. First two darts red in the second inning, Jason moves to his left and finds a triple with his third dart, 7 points for him. Kenny first dart red, second dart triple, giving him an opportunity to match, and he lands his red, matching sevens in the second inning for these guys. First dart red, second dart red yet again for Jason. And he misses deep in the third inning, so he'll walk away with 4. Kenny's first dart is high. He moves to his right to come back across his body and manages to catch the trip. And with his third dart, lays it right upon his second dart. That's 7 points for the inning, and Kenny built that inning in a way that not a lot of shooters can. Jason's first two darts in the fourth are off the mark, and he can't land his third dart for any points, so we have our first blackout of the day. There's an opportunity for Kenny to make up some points, but his second dart misses. And he takes a safe play with his final dart, picking up 3. That puts him up by 4 after 4. Jason misses with the first dart, but puts his last 2 into the trips for a 2-dart 6-point top of the 5th. Kenny follows up Jason's 6 points with 7 of his own in the bottom of the 5th. Once again, Jason misses the first dart. And again, he puts darts number 2 and 3 in the trips. Another 2-dart 6-point inning. Kenny goes red, trip, and back into the red. And yet again, he follows Jason's 6 with 7 of his own. Once again, Jason misses with his first dart. Second dart triple, moves to his left. Third dart triple again. 3 times in a row, Jason's been able to put together 2 darts, 6 points. Kenny comes back, starts off with the red, goes a little deeper, lands a triple. And for the third time in a row, Kenny has answered Jason's 6s with 7s in the bottom portion of the inning. When you go 6-6-6 and end up losing 3 points over that stretch, you know that you're in for a tough match. Kenny takes the line in the bottom of the 8th, up by 3 points and holding darts. He misses with his first dart, plants his second dart in the red, and follows it up for a score of 4 in the inning. That means that Jason is down by 7 starting the 9th, so he'll need 7 to tie. First 2 darts red, and his third dart misses. Kenny takes the line in the 9th, short of a win, but he's shooting for average. He needs a 6 for a 50 game. That second dart triple gives him a look at a red, and he lands it. That's a 50 for Kenny Johnson as he takes the first game of the match against Jason Kroh, 50-41. Loser chooses shooting order for game number 2, so Jason decides that he would like to shoot the hammer in the second match. That sends Kenny to the line for the top of the first. His first dart high, Kenny moves to the right, comes back across his body again as he did in the third inning of the first game, lands his second and third darts, and he puts up 4 to start. Jason misses high with his first start, manages to find the inning with his second, and almost as always, third dart trips. So he gets 4 in the bottom of the first inning. We're tied after 1. Kenny goes red, red, and his third dart lands in the points. He walks away with 5. Jason first start trip this time around. Second dart red. And he fills it in for 7 in the bottom of the second. Kenny shoots wide right with his first start. It seems as though he shot the second inning out of order. He doesn't get a chance to pull that dart and go back at it. He understands his mistake, and Jason pointed it out to him right away, so there'd be no confusion with darts number 2. Dart number 2 lands perfectly in the red, and dart number 3 follows it up. So 4 points for Kenny in the bottom of the third, despite having tossed away the first dart of the inning. Jason offered him a do-over, but Kenny respectfully declined. The rules of the game state that you need to shoot the proper inning. You don't get a chance to pull that dart and try it again. Now Jason's opportunity in the bottom of the third, he misses with his first dart, and he manages to fill in darts number 2 and 3, walks away with 5 points. He now stands 3 points ahead of Kenny going into the second stanza of game number 2. Kenny starts building darts in the fourth inning. Red, red, trip for another 7. Kenny hit 7 on 5 different occasions in the first game. It took him until the fourth inning to put up his first 7 in game number 2. Jason's first start is high in the fourth inning, but he fills in the rest of the inning with a trip and a red, giving him 5, and he maintains a 1-point lead going into the fifth. Kenny Johnson starts with a trip, follows it up with a trip. Could we be looking at a white horse? Close. He lands a red. That gives him 8 points in the top of the fifth. Jason turns around, throws a solid red, follows it up with another red, hits a trip for 7 of his own. He counters Kenny's 8 with the 7, and we are tied after 5. First dart red, second dart trip. It looks like Kenny's building another 7 inning. His third dart on the wrong side of the wire in the blue. Jason first dart trip. Second dart trip. Are we looking at a white horse from Jason? He moves over to his left. He makes sure he gets points with his third dart. That's as close to a white horse as you can get by turning it into an 8, but that gives Jason a 33-36 lead going into the final stanza. Kenny once again is looking at 5 with his third dart and lands it in the blue for the second inning in a row. It's hard to curse 5s. Jason first dart red, second dart in the points. He has 3 laying, lands a point with his final dart. So after 7, Jason is up by 2. Kenny first dart red, second dart in the points, 3 laying, misses in the blue, so it's 3 in the top of the 8th for Kenny. He's up 41-40. Jason holds darts, immediately turns around, lands 2 reds, fills in the bucket of blood. 6 points, all red for Jason, 41-46. First dart trip for Kenny. Second dart picks up some points. His final dart hits the trip, 7 points for Kenny in the top of the 7th. So we have a 48-46, 2-point lead by Kenny. Jason needs a red and something to go with it. His first dart misses. His second dart picks up points. He's looking at a red for the win, a single for a tie. Hits a single. We have a tie dart game, 48-48. That's 2 points for Jason. Just enough to keep it to going into extra innings, not enough to give him the win. Let's see how things shake out in the 10th. Kenny Johnson starts off with a trip, follows it up with a deep red, 5 with his third dart to come, and 7 points for Kenny Johnson. Jason starts off conservatively, making sure he hits his first dart, lands a red, hits the trip. So he too was looking at 5. Third dart high. I'm not sure that Jason realized he struck the second dart in the trip, and so he was planning a third dart trip. If he'd have hit it, he would have responded to Kenny Johnson's 7 with an 8 in the bottom of the 10th, and it would have been a wonderful victory. Instead, by the slimmest of margins, Kenny Johnson wins this match 2-0. He will be moving on in the undefeated bracket, and Jason will be continuing in the 1-loss bracket.